My fellow sports-loving Australians, Bernie, Merv, Marto, Robbie and my good mate here, Tommy, and I have come together to raise some much-needed bickies for sporting clubs and for charities. We know out there that you're really hurting, and we've come up with a concept that's really going to work, and that is sports TV. Remember that? Sports TV. Let's face it, no government, those Armani-wearing, Peugeot-driving, latte-sipping galahs aren't going to raise a lamb chop to help you, fair dinkum Aussies. Tommy, can you believe this? Bernie and Merv are going to adjudicate our little debate. Bernie and what an insult to us. They've got an IQ collectively of 4. 4, I said. You know, God, and we belong to a Mensa class, you and I. We are formally educated. But it's all about a good old-fashioned debate between the 4 football code representatives, which is a no-brainer, followed by us all chatting live to you guys out there in Club World. And in fact, it's actually a bit like Live Aid. You get your pub, you get your team, and you know, you move on and you debate it with your local club. Donate some of the proceeds to a charity if you so desire. And more importantly, you're guaranteed of an instant crowd. It's just a no-brainer. Sports TV. Now, Tommy, more importantly, what's it like being in a city that really appreciates its sporting legends?
I might have agreed to do this for the clubs, but I can't wait to rip shreds off you and your Nancy boys, you know? And the title of this debate is which code should go. Well, Sam, there's only one code, and that is rugby league. Did you hear that, Sam? Rugby league. And I'm telling you something, mate, the other 3 codes, they've either got to harden up or piss off, right? And I do enjoy the fact, Sam, like, we're putting on the fight, right? But the clubs make the money.
Now, Tommy, did you know this is all about being interactive? After we've traded verbal blows, and I mean verbal, you know what verbal is, not what you've been accustomed to. No, none of that, please, none of that. Those eyes are rolling. Bernie and Merv are then going to read out SMSs and tweets that everyone has been sending in to us. We'll answer those live, of course, for about an hour. It's a great way for us to chat to heaps of people across our great country.
You gay FL blokes wouldn't know what interactive is. You're too busy running away from each other. Now, I can tell you something, I betcha I get most of the questions, and I'll be happy to tell everyone how to raise money like we did back in the old days using brown paper bags. Sam, there are limited licences for this, but I'll tell you something, we'll give the first 50 that sign up from the video link a signed print to help them raise even more money. And I'll tell you what, do you want a side bet that most of these will be rugby league people?
Oh, come on, Tommy, turn it up. I thought your faculties were intact after you've been pushing up those rear ends of the opponents, but obviously your grey matter's been a bit soured. Have a look behind you. The greatest stadium in the world, the MCG. It houses 80 to 100,000 people every weekend watching us strut our wares. Dexterous wares, I might add. You get 5,000 people at the ANZ Stadium watching a match of the day. It's unheard of. But our big debate will be live Thursday from the 1st of May, 7:30 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Top comedian Freddie Lang is also going to be present prior to the event, followed us by coming on from 8 till 10 p.m. What a fantastic package. Great show. Sports TV. We deliberately picked Thursday night. You got any idea? You don't. But I'm going to tell you why. Because it gives footy fans the perfect opportunity to hang back after training, throw some lamb chops on the barbie, watch me prove that Aussie Rules is by far the most premier code, and make some money for the beloved club. And also, more importantly, be home in bed at a reasonable hour, not hanging over drip trays like the rugby league bloke at 2 and 3 at night around the King's Cross in dins of iniquity where they're waiting for something to happen and be bad role models. We're going to be tucked in bed, probably with our teddies at about 9:30. And before those soap-avoiding, dole-bludging, pot-smoking vegetarians are going to be hanging around having a midnight snack on rice crackers, mung beans and lentils. You know it makes sense.
Well, Sam, I am confident rugby league fans will be out to support their local clubs and tune into Sports TV as there's no rugby league games that weekend. We have our own designated channel, and if you've got the internet, then you can get our show. Look, even I have an internet access, and I also use email. Do you believe that, Sam? I use email, right? Now, but if you haven't got internet or email, get one of these thingamajigs, right? Get one of these. And mate, and then you can jump straight in like Spud Carroll jumped in '97 when I call the cattle dog in State of Origin. If you need any help, call the numbers on the screen, and our team of nerds, they'll give you a hand.
Surely there's one thing we can agree upon, that we both played in an era where we used to shave with chainsaws. We wore gumboots for condoms. Sex was safe and parachuting was dangerous. A wedgie was a shoe and a shag was a haircut. Prostate meant lying on the floor pissed. Pussy was a cat.
Yes, mate, it is the price. We kept it down to ensure clubs should do really well. It's only $350 plus GST to buy a licence to watch. That's less than my average Saturday night beer tab at the old Robin Hood Hotel in the 80s. Click on the link below to get sports TV, and I'll see you all on May the 1st. Cattle Dog.
Well, pubs and clubs of Australia, with just a mere 30 people in the room, you have got the potential to raise in excess of $2,000. $2,000. And we're going to give you plenty of tools to work with. We're going to give you a poster like this, where you can promote your evening, which is fantastic in itself. And a heap of fundraising tips, hints, and a viewing passcode, and a guide to set up the channel. We've got a 24-hour 1-800 helpline, Tommy, and May the 1st, as you know, is not very far away. So pull your finger out. That's the key message. Cough up a few Bradmans and get Sports TV. Must. You know it makes sense? I'm Sam Kekovich.
Now I'd like to introduce you to the bloke who made all this happen. He put this great idea together. And I tell you what, I love working for him because he's done just a great job for charities, looking after rugby league clubs, all sporting clubs in that matter. He's a great fella. Justin, have you got anything to add, mate?
Thanks, Tommy. Hi, everyone. My name's Justin Karcher. I might have met some of you, or you may have seen me touring with guys like Sir Vivian Richards and Rodney Hogg. The Birth of Origin show with Tommy Raudonikis and Arthur Beetson, the late great Arthur Beetson. Sam Kekovich and Mal Meninga shows, tours with Glenn McGrath, David Campese, and up-and-coming tours we've been talking to people with regards to Alan Border. So we've been getting around, and in the last 6 years we've done a bit over 700 shows. And in those 700 shows we've raised a bit over $10 million for charities and clubs around the country. So we've seen a lot of the country, and we think we've got a pretty good idea on how to go about helping you guys raise money. And that really is Sports TV. So over the last few years, I've been talking to a number of publicans and club managers, club staff about, what do you want? And they've been telling me what they really need is more options with fundraising. Things that assist them, bearing in mind that they're very time poor, volunteers, things like that. When you've got volunteers coming, you can't ask them to do too much. So it's got to be a good package. And these things, the things that shone through to me really was it's got to cost less up front. You've got to take less time to put it together and effort to make it all come together. It's got to be a lower break-even cost, your initial outlay and then your overall outlay. And then, of course, lower financial risk. And then something that's easy to sell on to your members, something that gives them good value for their money. So in other words, I know what you guys have been saying and I've been listening, and it's you want something that's cheap, painless, draws a crowd, is interactive, but gives the punters a real bang for their buck. So I give you the Ferrari of Chook Raffles, the ultimate simple income raising and regular live event, providing a reliable income stream for pubs and clubs just like you. All in the one night, I'm going to give you the opportunity to see Booney, Merv, Keka, Tommy, Marto and Robbie, a show that will give you the opportunity to raise thousands of dollars in return for a small investment. How's that for value for money? We call it Sports TV. We're going to share the costs amongst multiple venues around the country. broadcasting a live, entertaining, pay-per-view debate into your location for only 350 plus GST. So it's a pretty new concept, sports TV. So I'm sure you got a few questions. I'm going to answer some of them for you now, here and now, and most importantly, show you how to generate a couple of $1,000s for your club on the night. Now, I know what you're thinking, it's a TV show, but no, it's anything but a TV show. It's live, it's interactive, it's a debate. Your audience will actually be participating in the debate via SMS and Twitter all through the night. Our legends will be answering your questions from your punters and even their cheeky remarks, by name. So, for example, when Toddy from the Gundabar Footy Club sends in something to Mardo and says, mate, rugby, it's a bit like 4 blokes pushing 3 blokes up 2 blokes' asses. Mardo's got the opportunity there to reply straight back to this Todd bloke and say, mate, you at that club, AFL, is that your code? Yeah, mate, well, I think you're a whole bunch of boys that like trying to grab the wet soap in the bath. So you can see there, we're going to have a lot of fun with this. The young blokes are going to love it for the interactivity. The old blokes are going to love it. And those old blokes are going to turn around to the young fella and say, hey, you, send this message to Booney because I met him back in 1975 at this, and ask him if he remembers me. And our timing is impeccable. We've scheduled the show for a Thursday night. So it kicks off at 7:30 p.m. just after training finishes. So you've got all the blokes there at the club. They can hang around, put on a sausage sizzle, as Sam said, maybe a lamb chop, couple of drinks there, run a raffle, million ways to make money off the boys while they're at the club. They can hang around, watch this. Gives you opportunity to put a few dollars in your pocket. There's no NRL games on that weekend due to the Anzac Clash. So you're going to have a hole in your revenue, and this is what's going to fill it. Now, don't worry about filling the room. We will send out to you a do-it-yourself, no effort required, done for you, marketing playbook guaranteed to excite your member base, complete with SMSs, emails, Facebook posts, tweets, and videos. Basically, the complete package, so you guys just follow it, tick all the boxes, and we can help you guys put as many people in the room and raise as much money as possible. So as I was saying before, it's pretty easy to raise $2,000 or more with this, with only about 30 people in the room. I mean, that's 6 times your initial investment of $350. So go to our website, sportstv.net.au. That'll give you a heap of fundraising tips and hints. We'll send them out to you as well too once you've bought your license and you're ready to go. But you do need to move pretty quickly on this because it's about 6 weeks away now. We all know we need 4 to 6 weeks to put one of these things together, just to talk to everyone at training about it, or if you're doing it at a pub, make sure you've got it up, you've talked to all your tipsters, everyone knows what's going on here. The word of mouth's out there, and you'll be using all our SMS and tweets and emails that we've prepared for you. You just got to hit send on those to your database. So it's pretty important you get onto that very, very soon, as in the next week, I would say. So to summarise, there's nothing really to lose. The break-even's 10 people, so we're all going to do that easily. It's very easy to organise, it's very easy to put on, it's cheap to run, it's easy to make a profit on. And I haven't even told you how great the show is because I think we've just seen Tommy and Sam nail that. So we know how funny it's going to be. That's 2 of the blokes. Just imagine with the other 4 in the room as well too. So please click on any of the links you see there to talk to me, ask any questions. You can talk to me directly, of course, if you've got a bit of a hairy question you feel. I'm pretty confident we've got the answers to everything. We've been thinking about this for years, how to put it together. So there's no money changes hands to begin with in this. You register, you get all signed up, you get your spot reserved because there are limited licenses, as Tommy said. We send all the data out to you and we'll invoice you later on, but at least we'll make sure that you guys are up and running and you tell everyone at the club that this is going on. I mean, this will be big as far as this will be the first, so we really need everyone to sign up for the first to give us the impetus to move on and do 3 or 4 of these a year. And with 3 or 4 a year, you do the math, small outlay, very small outlay, you'll raise about 10 grand a year. Now, this is a great way to keep your club together over a period of 6 to 8 months. With these events, have a bit of a giggle. I'm sure you'll agree. And finally, I look forward to speaking with you very soon to welcome you to Sports TV.